Hi winners, and welcome to another Q&A video. Now, this is from the patrons from December of last year. I have been really behind thanks to the beginning of the year being so hectic and stuff, but I'm determined to catch up. So, let's see how this goes. And I have a few questions for today from anyone who got back to me back in January when I asked them, and then life tumbled away with me. So, I will be answering those in this video. I will be catching up fairly quickly here, so if you guys are part of that tier in Patreon, please check your messages or Twitter or whatever you've said you prefer to be contacted, and I will be contacting you soon for asking more questions that you guys want me to answer. That makes sense, right? So let's get started on this one. First question is from AskCatMan. So you asked, what are some of your favorite movies, songs, bands, etc. that have a small fan base? The only thing is I don't know what's considered a small fan base. Movies wise, I just thought of one. So one that has a small fan base movie wise that I can think of is Clue. Kita's the only other person that I really met ever that understood references I was saying. And then obviously when me and Kita started squealing about it on Twitter, then there were some people popping out of the woodwork that I didn't know about. But otherwise, the movie Clue has a very small fan base, and I really enjoy that movie. Like, I think it was excellently executed and well done for something based off a board game, and one of my favorite board games at that. And on top of that, like, amazing actors and actresses, and the lines that you can say from them, like basically what you can use in daily conversation, you can pull from Clue, and it's still a reference directly to Clue. It's fantastic, but no one else understands it because I'm like one of the few that has ever seen the movie. I'm trying so hard to think of small fan bases, but for songs, I just thought of Cloud Cult. I don't know how many people have heard of them because I'm like, oh, my favorite bands and my favorite songs. And I'm like, wait, this is small. And the only one I could think of that has a small fan base that not many people know of is Cloud Cult. And they're from Minnesota. I went to college in Minnesota, and they actually performed at my campus twice. I got to see them both times. It was great. And that's how I found out about them. They're amazing live performances. At least for the first one, they were painting while they performed. One of the people were painting, and they auctioned them off at the end of the concert. But theirs is very mellow, feel-good music on top of really deep music. So it's just kind of like, depending on how you feel, you listen to that song. There are a few songs that will make me cry just listening to. Specific Transistor Radio, if you guys want to check that out. And also, oh my God, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about marching the dead or something like that. And those ones make me cry. And then there's a few that I absolutely love. There's one that's basically a lot of them are stories, but one of them is a story about like how you feel towards your mom. And I'm like, this reminds me of my mom. Or there are just ones that are talking about dancing and feeling the beat. I really enjoy the different emotions they try to pull out of you during every single one of their songs. And I just realized I answered that question all with that last answer because it was songs and bands, and that is a band and several songs from them that I like. So, on to the next question. The next question is from Dustin, and Dustin asks, can a Matchbox? I only think of Matchbox 20. So, sure. I feel like this is a question I should know a trick answer to, but I don't. But that was Dustin's questions. Third question. All right, so third question is from Chris. And Chris asks, what year is your favorite year? I think it was exactly favorite year. Yeah, favorite year for being on YouTube. Honestly, I'm not that far into 2017, so I don't know if I can really put that on the radar as of right now, but I am really happy at the love and support I got for Night in the Woods. For something that was long and not horror, I was very impressed. But seeing as, again, we're only this far into the year, I'm going to probably say 2016. I changed the most with my channel. I definitely improved. I took risks that I wasn't ever comfortable with taking risks before. Like, I didn't want to put my face in the thumbnail. I always did the squid. and now I'm doing drawings and stuff of me, and it's even better when it's an incorporated picture, apparently, like for Night in the Woods or Spookies, but I only have so much time to do a thumbnail from scratch like that, so I do have those ones that I just put to show the emotion of the game. But that really improved the channel. So did changing the titles to actually say what's inside that part, which I have found actually helps me, so I can be like, all right, this is the video with this in it, and I can go back and reference it. Whereas I'll be going through some Mass Effect videos and I'm like, Mass Effect 35, I don't remember what happened in that. So that really helped, so people knew what to expect when they clicked on a video. And on top of that, I got to collab with a lot of people I never collabed with before. Pretty much before 2016, I had only done John and Craven. And I think Jake was pre-2016. And that's about it. And watch, I'm forgetting someone super important. And I'm not including, like, friends that I knew before YouTube. But it's just basically 2016 was the biggest growth for my channel, both for in myself and for the channel itself. So yeah, I'll say that's my favorite year. Question number 4. Question number 4 is from Victor. Hi, Vic. And your question is, have you been to any other countries around the world or here in Europe? Or which place in the world would you rather visit? I have not been to any except for the Bahamas. And I only don't count that as outside of America because I was on a cruise. So I was like doing very American things, and I wasn't actually experiencing what the Bahamas were like other than the ports or Atlantis, which amazing water park. But other than that, I was only there for several hours and then would leave. So I didn't really get to experience anything there. I would love to visit several countries. New Zealand's definitely one of them. Specifically, I want to do Australia, but Shy Guy won't go with me because Shy Guy is too afraid of all the animals that are deadly there. But I would love to visit like Ireland or England or Italy. Those are like my top 3 in Europe that I would love to visit because I've, again, never been near there. And I'm Italian, so I know I'll have a lot of love for Italy and Ireland because I'm also part Irish. And then England, I've just always been fascinated with England. But I'd love to go at some point. I just don't like going to places alone, so it's getting people to go with me that's the problem. But yeah, New Zealand just looks beautiful, so that's why I want to go there. It just looks fantastically, astoundingly beautiful. Those were words. And pretty much I look at Lord of the Rings and go, I want to go there. And that's New Zealand. Fun fact. So if you didn't know that, you know that now. Pose said he wanted to give it up to my Discord to answer or ask a question so I could answer it. So the first person to respond as fast as possible was Zoe Kitten, and she asks, what is your game of the year so far? I probably already know the answer, LOL. And yes, you probably do. Technically, this would have been for December. I didn't think about that till literally just now. But I'm going to just use it for this year because that's what Zoe intended. And Night in the Woods, for sure, is right now my game of the year. And as you guys know, my love and passion for it, I see your guys' love and passion for it. So I know I'm not alone in thinking that. For a lot of people, it is their game of the year. So I'm excited that this game has come out. It's just trying to find something to follow up with it because it's just so astounding with the way that the characters are and the art and the story. It's so freaking beautiful, I will say. Although we just finished One Shot and that did not release this year, I did finish it this year. And One Shot's up there as well. I cried for a good 20 minutes during that freaking last ending question decision. It was not okay, but the game itself is fantastic. So, yeah, I like my indie games, but Night in the Woods for sure. So, and then Blizzard tried to get in real quick, Blizzard Shark, and just basically asked, Blizzard Shark asked, why don't we matter? You do matter. Stop it. But other than that, those were all the questions. So if you guys want to be a part of these Q&A videos, again, I'm a couple behind, so I will be uploading those as soon as I get the answers in from the questions. But if you guys want to check it out, Links are in the description to Patreon and GameWisp. Both give different things. This one's Patreon exclusive, but you also get to see thumbnails in advance when I have the ability to upload them, because sometimes I do it so last minute. So when I have them in advance, I upload them onto Patreon so you can see them. And you also get into my Discord server. So if you guys want to hang out and chat to people, but that's also the lowest tier one. So you guys can easily just get into the Discord if you just want that. Either way, because then you might get a chance at getting a question in for this because of someone not knowing what to ask. So they'll throw it into chat or the Discord server. So if you guys want to look at any of that, again, links are in the description to both GameWisp and Patreon. And I will see you guys in the next video, Q&A, or game, or playthrough, or whatever it is you guys watch. So keep winning, guys. Bye!